sizes. There's lots more colorings that I'll show you today. Kits are available. If you want backing, it's 20% off. And then you can select a backing. We have one that pops up as a default, but if you want to choose your own, you're welcome to do that. So I don't have very many quilts because Benartex keeps the quilts and offers them to quilt shops for trunk shows. And then when they're through with them, then a year or two later, we get them back. So right now, I'm going to have paper images of lots of these patterns that I'm going to talk about. This pattern is Easy Does It. I'm showing it with a stripe that's just a really cool thing. We did it in dogs, and so then we've redone it in horses. And it is a stripe that works as a stripe or it works as a panel. So I've got two different patterns here. One's Frameworks, and one's Easy Does It. I think I'll put them this way to see. So I'll show you the stripe up close. Again, it's on black or it's on white. You have 4 repeats across the width. So if you border a quilt using this stripe, you're going to get, every stripe's going to be a little bit different. The horses are running, they're different directions, they're different positions on there. And the one really cool thing is that you can cut the stripe. If you cut it at 24 inches wide by the length of the fabric, then that's like a panel size. And so that way you can replace a panel with the stripe. So the pattern works both ways. Here's the white. And we've got the really nice decoration in the geometric part in between the stripes. It's great to use for sashing or in little blocks. So here we have Easy Does It with the stripe and then with the panel. And then this is called Frameworks. So it is also the stripe or the panel with a pieced border around it. The way you get this pieced border on Easy Does It is by using a half rectangle ruler. This is a good measure, also called Nifty Notions. This is Creative, Perfect Rectangle from Creative Grid. Also the Rex out of Tri-Rex. So it's a fun tool to use. We have good diagrams in the pattern, and we use that tool in lots of different ways. It's inexpensive. We carry it, but a lot of quilt shops can have it as well. And I'll show you other ways to use that as we move on. So that's a fun, unusual border that is easy to do. Then the next pattern is called Best in Show. So I've got it using, so it uses the panel and the stripe also. So it's, use the panel in the middle, and then you use some of the border the panel with the paisley. Actually, you don't in this one. So you have the panel in the middle, then you use the tonal squares around it, and then you use the running horses around it, and then the top and bottom, depending on the black version or the white, is horse portraits. So that's the heads, and it's just amazing how this fabric printed so beautifully, because there's tons of detail, and every little twist, turn, every little triangle, square, dot, all the little shading in all the horses all has just a huge amount of dimension and a huge amount of shading that came through on all of them. So this one's called Best in Show. The other one we have is similar to that. As you're seeing my back, you can see that these horses also work nicely for applique. So this one is called Hot to Trot. And this is the free download pattern. If you want it printed, you can order it. They're $9 if we send it to you printed, or you can order it online, download it online. So Hot to Trot is similar to Best in Show, but it uses both stripes, and it doesn't use the horse portraits. So we've got it in, you can use the teal squares, or the black tonal squares, or the purple tonal squares. And if you use the black panel, you've got the paisley top, the main swirl top and bottom. So you cut the stripe and use the black on each side. And then you use the horse stripe around it. And then the final border is the white. So if you use the white panel, then you're going to border each side with the white main swirl, and then around the outside is the black variation.